Hi.
Forgot to add this in there.
Oh, yeah, here we are.
Hi. yeah. 2 weeks ago it was July.
It just it feels like it, man.
I don't know if it's quite 2 weeks, maybe a month ago, but
Yeah, okay. I'll buy that.
coming at you live from the Ron Miller Race Car Studio. It's the Hammer Down Racing Report presented by Oakshade Raceway, live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Jerry dealing with a family emergency right now. He checked in a little while ago, and we may or may not see him later on in the show.
I hope we do.
It'll be a surprise. Make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Hammer Report, follow us on YouTube, listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher. What else is there? I did a search, and there's like all kinds of other podcasting platforms
Stuff you've never heard of,
that
right?
we're on. We're on all of them. I don't know how. They just pick up our RSS feed.
Well, they know what's good, and they need to carry it.
And if any of that confuses you, you can always just check out HammerdownRacingReport.com and our new store on there. If you want some Hammer Down Racing Report apparel, just click on the little store tab at HammerdownRacingReport.com.
The swag?
Christmas gifts. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure when you got to order things by, but probably do it sooner than later if you want it by Christmas, I'm guessing. Also, still time to vote for us in the Toledo City Paper's Best of Toledo.
Couple more weeks.
Under the media category, under podcasts, the Hammer Down Race Report, one of the 6 finalists for Toledo's Best podcast. So while you're there on the same page, scroll up a little bit, you'll see meteorologists, and make sure to plop a vote for Ryan Weekman.
Please.
Official Hammer Down Race Report meteorologist. So he does our forecasts quite nicely.
Yes.
During race season.
Most of the time.
Tonight on the show, we're featuring our Fremont Speedway champions, DJ Foos, Matt Foos, Shawn Valenti. They're waiting in the green room. We'll bring them in here in just a moment. We'll talk to them. We got some racing news to cover since we were off the past 2 weeks. Hopefully you had a good turkey day. Coming up as well, how many, your chance to win a Big D's pizza, and some other stuff. Yeah, just some other stuff. First off, we got to pay some bills here. Oakshade Raceway, where the fastest meet to race, racing every Saturday night during race season. Follow them on social media. Visit OakshadeRaceway.com. Hope to see you out at the awards banquet this Saturday. Summer Nationals date. They're already working on the schedule for 2022, which is weird because usually that doesn't happen until like March for our friends at Oakshade. At least don't ask. They're working on it before, but they won't say anything until then. But Summer Nationals, July 16th. At Oakshade Raceway. Also, if you want to do looking for a Christmas gift for the race fan in your family, they're doing gift certificates as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Send a message on their Facebook page, or if you have Chrissy's number, you can contact her, and they'll hook you up.
I think everybody's got Chrissy's number, don't they?
I don't know. If not, just send a message. It'll get there.
419-337-6850. That's the track number, and that rings just about everybody.
I'm not sure. I was talking to Pam earlier. She said nobody's there.
Nobody's there?
Nobody's there.
Oh.
It's winter. Contact Freeze Frame Photos for all your racing photo needs, from action shots to victory lane. They have all your favorite drivers. They also do special photo shoots by appointment. Freeze Frame Photo Shoots, special moments frozen in time. 419-476-9978. Give Charlie a call. And he's got all kinds of cool things if you're looking for gifts. For racers, they can put together custom calendars, custom can koozies, custom all kinds of things.
Hero cards.
Yeah. Really, I have to get one of those.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
No.
All right. Also, I have to thank Dittman Motorsports for performance parts, custom bodies, fabrication, racing fuels, Hoosier Tires, and more. Give Craig a call at 419-283-8580 and tell him the Hammer Down Racing Report sent you. Also, shout-outs to Big D's Pizza, Ron Miller Race Cars, as well.
Scott, I have it on good authority that Big D's Pizza has gift certificates.
That does not surprise me.
Wonderful Christmas presents.
I did not know that they did, but that does not surprise me that they do.
They do.
All right.
It says right there in black and white.
Oh, I'm not on the comment screen. I haven't seen that, so.
Big D's Pizza has gift cards.
Right. There you go.
From Dean Henry.
From Dean Henry. Well, let's bring in our Fremont champions. I just saw Matt walk away. We'll bring in DJ and Shawn here. And we'll bring in Matt, even though he just walked away. There he is. He's coming back. Congratulations, guys, on your championship seasons there at Fremont Speedway.
Some of you again.
Thank you.
Yeah, some of you again.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Now we'll start off with you, DJ. You won the not just the 410 championship after two runner-up finishes of the past two seasons by 1 point last year, 2 points the year before, I think it was, or I might have switched those. But
No, you're right.
how satisfying was it to finally get that championship this year, and not just by a couple points? You got it by 75 points there over Cole.
It was definitely very satisfying. It was one of those years like I wasn't gonna lose. I was mentally gonna win that championship. So like at Fremont Speedway, there's a concrete pad, and the last 2 years I always let the champion park on the pad. So every time I won a race this year, I parked on that pad because I was not gonna be beaten. I was mentally preparing to be a champion, and it worked out. We just had a really good season. I mean, at Fremont Speedway, you get points toward your championship through qualifying and your heat race. So every time you're on the track, it matters. And sometimes in heat races, it's easy to get complacent and just take what you can get. But this year, I felt like I stepped my heat race abilities up a little bit to try to win every time I was on the racetrack. And that's what you have to do when you race with guys like Nate Dussel, Cole Macedo, Stuart Brubaker, and all the other great guys we race with.
Now, you not only won the Fremont Championship, you're also the Attica Fremont Championship Series champion for the second time, 2019 and this past year. Were you running for that as well?
Yeah, yep. We run for Attica's points and for Fremont's. And then AFCS, what Dwayne Hancock does for us guys, I'm sure the other two gentlemen can attest for it. He does a lot for our area. He brings a lot of money for us to race. I think his series is 14 races or so. And he definitely does a lot. He has the highest paying races. I mean, there wasn't very many times we didn't race for less than $4,000 to win. So, and then he does a lot of other stuff like giveaways, and he just definitely puts a lot of effort into his series, and we all should be very grateful.
He definitely does a lot, not just for that. He's involved in the Hoserville, Ohio auctions and countless other things. I saw he's sponsoring the DARF thing that
Right.
Jerry's involved in. Yeah, he's all over the place. And I see Ryan Weekman's with us tonight. So
Good evening, Ryan.
I don't know why he's listening to us because we have no forecast for any events, but cool. Make sure to vote for him again in the Toledo's Best, or Toledo City Paper's Best of Toledo when you vote for us as well. DJ, this championship, I mean, how does this compare to winning the 305 championship back in 2012?
I mean, it's always pretty cool to win a championship. It just shows that you and your team are successful throughout the year. The 410 championship means a lot to me because I grew up going to Fremont Speedway as a kid and watching 410 drivers like Rodney Duncan, Mike Linder, Byron Reed. Those are just some of the guys that always stood out to me as a kid. David Harrison. And in my eyes, those guys were champions. And to be able to finally be a champion at Fremont Speedway is cool. And I always feel like one day I want to be in the Hall of Fame at Fremont Speedway. And you have to win a championship to get into that, in my opinion.
Now, are you the older brother to Matt, or is Matt the older one here?
I'm older.
You're the older one. All right. That's why you were here first. And have you guys raced head-to-head before?
Yeah, we grew up racing together.
Okay.
We're only 13 months apart. So, like, from go-kart racing, we kind of just chased each other up through the ranks there.
And who's got the record as far as finishing ahead of the other brother?
That's not fair to say. I don't know. I don't keep track.
You guys don't keep those stats?
No.
Okay.
I wonder if Matt keeps those stats.
Yeah, Matt, do you keep those stats? Think we're having some connection issues with Matt there. Apparently, DJ's got some better internet than you. I don't know. Maybe
I'm not really sure what's going on, guys.
try reconnecting again, and we'll see if we can get a better connection with you.
Yeah, he's not in a steel building. I'm in a steel building too. I'm gonna reconnect here.
All right.
All right.
You can get outside the steel building. I have that problem when I go into the shops too. In the meantime, we'll skip to Shawn here real quick. I'm guessing that maybe you might be a future Hall of Famer there.
Yes, he is.
I mean, you're
Hopefully
what?
someday, yeah.
Someday, you're the second in all-time wins at Fremont Speedway across all the different classes you've run. 67 wins. I guess you're just 9 behind Art Ball. Do you want to eclipse that mark?
Oh yeah, that's always a goal. To be where I'm at right now is just beyond amazing. I say just the years of they've flown by that I've been racing, and to pick up as many wins I've had along the way it's been remarkable. But yeah, to hopefully someday get there would be amazing, and hopefully someday I can make that happen.
Well, you got wins in 2 classes this year, didn't you?
Yeah, I've always been. It's always just been truck wins, but finally, I should have had a couple sprint car wins along the way, and either driver error or just things that didn't work out. But yeah, I was able to pick up a 305 win this year, so could finally say I got a sprint car win. Hopefully someday I can put a 410 win with it, and yeah, just keep adding.
Dual wins in the same year, Shawn. That's pretty tough deal, and congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yeah, and luckily I got to win one of the biggest races of the 305 that the 305s was able to put on, and obviously I had DJ right behind me clipping.
Yeah, he didn't win; he waxed us.
But no, it was definitely one of the better nights to win, and like DJ
that was the fair race night, right?
Yeah, yep. And Dwayne Hancock, he went out and got a lot of sponsorship money and made it. I walked home that night with $5,400 with all the bonus money that he gathered up. So it was an amazing night, and
everybody else is just like that's just what he needs, some more money to make him go faster.
Just glad that even when they did the Ballman Challenge, just the sponsors that Fremont's able to get to put big money up and make these races happen it's amazing.
How does this year's championship stack up with your previous 3?
Anytime you can win a championship is good. This year was a little bit tougher. Got some guys that are getting faster. Each year it gets tougher and tougher. Got guys stepping up their game. Jamie Miller and Jeff Babcock Jr. come out and made us all step up our games and elbows up. And each night, it would come down to you wasn't sure who was going to win. Corey's always tough. You throw him in the mix, and it was a heck of a year. And so out of the 3, I'd say this was definitely the toughest. So you never know when your last one can be. So I cherish all of them.
All right, I'm going to see if this is Matt on the phone now. Matt, is this you?
Yes, sir. I figured this would be better than my crappy Wi-Fi.
That works. I didn't have the number programmed in here, so I wasn't sure. It could have been a telemarketer we're bringing up.
Yes, yep, absolutely, all good.
So somebody wanting to sell us our vehicle warranty?
Yeah, I was just trying to reach you about that.
So yeah, I keep. Anyways, so Matt, let's talk to you for a moment. How rewarding was it to you? Actually, before we get to that, I want to say, how come you let Shawn beat you the fair race night?
I mean, he beat everybody. He took everybody's money and didn't look back.
Oh, I had both Foos behind me, so it was. I'm sure Matt was coming.
So, all right, how rewarding was it to actually wrap up your first track championship, Matt?
It was very cool. I got a dirt truck championship at Attica, but running the 305, that's kind of where I grew up. Obviously, and just like DJ, sitting in the same spot as Sim beside him, and I watch sprint cars. I'm a sprint car guy through and through, but to win a championship at Fremont, even to win a feature at Fremont's just extra cool. But winning the championship there is awesome. Obviously, like DJ said, it shows that you and your team were so solid all year and got good results. And not only that, I feel like it kind of solidifies a driver too. You know what I mean? But it was very awesome.
Well, and it shows consistency as well as being able to win. They're both important if you're winning a championship.
Exactly. You can't have DNFs and win a championship.
And what your worst finish was? 18th? And
Yeah,
that was what
like,
everything else was top 7. I think from what I read.
Yeah, I think the only night I had that bad finish is when the wing post broke and I had to pull off. So it was a good year for sure.
Awesome. So how did you maintain that consistency all season, other than that 18th place finish?
It's hard to say how I did, but this game is 50-50. It's luck and experience. I'd rather be lucky than good any day, but it's just putting work in the shop, finding all these little things that could potentially bring you out of the game. You got to finish, no matter if it's 10th or 15th. It's still better than a DNF, but you got to put the time in the shop and go to the racetrack and take some calculated risks, not uncalculated ones, but try to keep the wheels under you because you can't finish with no wheels. So that's all pretty much. I mean, just stay at it.
Okay. Back to DJ here. You had 6 wins this season. Any of those stand out more than any of the others?
Every win's a big win. I would say it probably one of the last races of the year for Fremont's points. I don't know if it was the actual well, no, it wouldn't be the last race. It would have been the second to last race. Nate Dussel led most of the race, and we kind of chased each other through lap traffic there. And that one really stood out just because me and Nate have raced together for a long time. We both were 305 rookies. I think Shawn was a 305 rookie my same year. And that race was cool. I mean, me and Nate's raced together for a long time. I was kind of just picking him out, like seeing what he was doing, and I was kind of running my own little race there and running my own line. And that race stood out because I felt like I just kind of got the better of him, and it always feels good to win. I mean, I think I took the lead with 10 to go, and then at the beginning of the year, another one that kind of stands out is I guess this one would probably stand out a little more. Trey Jacobs was leading, and I passed him like coming to the white flag. And I'd kind of just been hanging with him the whole race. Wasn't very good. And it was kind of like with racing, you just got to put yourself in position to capitalize at the end of the race. And that's what builds championships. You have to put yourself in the right spot without taking too big of chances. And I had just gotten a big run on him. And I slid him, I believe. And then I kind of just went on to win it from there.
Running for the championship, do you find that you maybe take some less chances than maybe you would if you were just showing up here or there and you're only out to win the race?
I would like most of the time, yes. But this year I went to Fremont Speedway because I wanted that championship. I went there to win every night. And I was mad when I ran third. And I think I ran third twice. And I was mad about that. The other times I ran second during the championship. And I was still mad, but I mean, you got to be happy at the end of the day. I mean, my team's really good. I mean, Mikey Summers does a great job with the race cars. Doug Berryman, I really feel like he helped turn our program around for the better this year. He made some changes on our shocks, and it made us a lot better. And then I've always kind of said, like, Ohio Speedway can make or break a team. And this year we ran it, and we struggled at the beginning. We made a couple small changes there halfway through the week. We ran 4th at Muskingum. And we changed one component is all we changed. And from that point on, I felt like my team was really, really good.
How much information or how much help do you and your brother, share between yourselves?
I feel like there's a win there this year that I kind of credited to him in Victory Lane. He kind of told me I was doing stuff I felt was better, and he kind of told me to change my lineup there under yellow. And I felt like that helped me a lot. And I try to communicate with him too. Like, where my team parks at Fremont is right where you go on the racetrack. So I kind of tell him what I felt or seen during the feature event, and I try to tell him that. It doesn't always work out.
You're going to keep that same pit stop or pit spot for next year?
Oh, yeah. Yep. They've been going to Fremont Speedway for 60 years, so they're not going to change where they park.
All right. Back to Shawn here. Any of your 5 wins stand out to you from this past season?
It was probably
in the trucks, not including the one in the 305s.
We know that was special.
Yeah. It was probably the right there towards the end of the year again. Me and Jeff Babcock was able to run side by side, and I think we were pretty much side by side from drop of the green flag, and just got run to him and got to the outside of him, and he worked me over on the middle pretty much the whole race, and coming down to the checkered, basically I won by half a truck length. And I knew when he got in it this year, he was going to be one that was going to make us step up our game, and he throughout the season he kept plugging away, and so I think that was probably the one that stuck out just to still win that one and to come away with it.
Now the truck series or class there at Fremont's pretty healthy. You got a lot of good drivers in that class, and you got this guy over here building chassis, trying to make people more competitive to try and beat you.
Well, and I think it's good for the class, Scott. You know, it was time for some upgrades, and I think with what the Babcocks have been doing and what's come out of our shop, I think it's good for the class.
Yeah, you know, anytime guys come out with new equipment, you take a look at it, and once again you got to, like I say, refer back to step up your game, and that's what Ron did when Jamie come out with that new truck. Corey last year with the 911 truck that he jumped into. They set the bar high, and and it shows with the competitiveness of the class. And you got other guys too. You got Keith Sorg, Dustin Keegan. I mean, there's guys that any given night you never know who's going to win, and so yeah, I mean, it's a good competitive division, and glad to be a part of it, and it's a fun little class.
Matt, what about your? You had a couple wins there. Any of those more? Was one more memorable than the other?
Yeah, there was two that stood out, but there was one that was a lot more memorable than the other. The other one was the 12th to 1st, which was really cool. That was my first time coming from that beat. But the second one was it was at Fremont. It was, I want to say, after mid-season, towards the end of the year. I think I started 4th or so and settled into 3rd and kind of ran there for quite some time. And then Dustin Stroop ended up having a part failure with like 4 or 5 to go. And or I'm sorry, let's rewind there. This is the night that Brewer, he got in a bad wreck off of turn 4 there, and Cody Brewer got in a bad wreck, and we had a red flag, and the car really wasn't what it was. It wasn't great, but it was okay. We was just riding around in 3rd, and then we had that red, and Dad kind of tweaked it a little bit, and he just said, "Give me 100% tonight, not 110%," because he was looking, down the road, not just a W. He wanted a championship just like me, but it was just nice to have that reassurance. And we was riding around 3rd after that red too, and then got a yellow again. Weaver was leading it. I was right behind him. That was after Stroop broke for the yellow. And then I think Weaver bobbled on the curb or something. I thought, I'm sure he was thinking pressure from a slider. Ran it in there into 1 and bobbled, and I just went past him, and I went on to win from there, I think, with 4 to go. I think Steve Randall pressured me a little bit off of 2 at the white flag, but that was a really, really cool win. You know what I mean? My dad settled me down a little bit and pointed me in the right direction.
And you finished second in the AFCS championship series there behind Paul Weaver. So were you going for that championship as well?
Yeah, we finished 1, 2, 3 actually in the championship series. But yeah, that was, I kind of wanted to go for all 3, but finishing 1, 2, 3 is awesome. So there's nothing to hang your head about on that.
Cool. So what actually, there was something I was going to ask. Now I just slipped my mind here.
I don't know. You didn't tell me.
I know. I should have wrote it down. What's your plans for next season? Are you running for the championship again?
Yeah, we'll still be running Fremont and Attica, and then AFCS with the same car, same owner, all the same stuff.
All the same stuff, all right? I'm sure that
yes,
your
sir.
competitors are going, yeah.
Hey, that's all right, man. There's 15, 20 guys out there that could, you have a good year, you could go on to have a bad year. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess, but you just play it how it is.
What about you, DJ? You going to try for back-to-back 410 championships at Fremont?
Yeah, I would love to. Now the goal is we finally got Fremont, so now I want to win all 3 of our championship series between Attica, AFCS, and Fremont. Byron Reed's the only guy that's done it, and Fast was around for a while, so he won Fast, Attica, Fremont. So my goal I was kind of thinking about that today on my way home from work. Like, what should my goal for next year be? And I'd really want to get all 3 of those. And with that, you're just going to have, like Matt said, no part failures. Put your bad nights have to be 10th or whatever. And everything just has to jive and click to be able to do all 3. I mean, I had what I felt like 2 bad nights at Attica and lost championship. So other guys are going to capitalize on your mistakes. The small mistakes can put you behind, and my goal is really to win all 3.
Okay, and I know we kind of touched on this at the beginning, but finishing 1 or 2 points behind Buddy Kofoid, finishing 1 or 2 points behind Dussel last year, I'm sure that's got to be hugely disappointing to be that close at the end of those years. I mean, is that all behind you now? Does this totally erase any of that disappointment?
Not at all. Okay, so like 2 and 1 points, like I said earlier, you get points for qualifying, you get points for heat races. 2 points is the difference of finishing 4th in a heat race or 3rd. And then for qualifying with Nate is 1 point of spot. So if I had qualified 5th and he'd have qualified 6th, we'd have tied. So I mean, you can't take laps off. And I feel like watching Cole Macedo race, he's came to our area. He doesn't take any laps off. And I felt like I think he was finished 2nd at Fremont in points. And he doesn't take any laps off. So if you want to match his pace, you have to do that. But I feel like I try to be a little bit older and wiser, where I kind of ride the race out for a little bit, let it unfold ahead of me, and then just put myself in position for the end of the race.
All right.
So to answer the question, no. Yes, I'm going to continue to think about that.
Well, if you accomplish your goal next season, you get all the trifecta there, the championships. Will that help ease that a little bit more, or is that still going to be going to nag at you there for the rest of the time?
Still going to nag at me.
Okay. Well, it's got to make the competition and the racing more exciting there. I mean, where everything matters. I mean, you got your qualifying, your heat races. Like you say, every position matters, especially to you for like the past 2 seasons as a prime example of it.
Yeah, for sure. And like what Matt said, a guy can go and win a championship one year, and the next year he can be terrible. I've done it. I've lived it from 2017 to 2018. So, and then what's really cool is Fremont Speedway Hall of Fame. They have their own little trophy they give away, and it has every 410 champion on it since the day Fremont Speedway started. And
it's like the Stanley Cup.
Yeah. Here, hold on one second. I'll show you.
Is this one trophy?
Cool. It's really, really cool. It's got every champion's name on it.
That's a big one.
Yeah, it's neat.
Wait,
really cool.
Do they make a new one each year, or do you have to give that back at the end of the season?
They make a new one each
Okay,
year.
so you get to keep that one.
Yep.
So it's not like the Stanley Cup, but kind of.
No, I get to keep it. I just thought I'd share it because I think that's really, really neat. And like to me, I was looking at being a little greedy because I was looking at Byron Reed. I was like, I could have my name on there 3 times over 2 points or less, but it just wasn't meant to be. They always say stuff happens for a reason to make you stronger and better in the end. I feel like this year we were able to capitalize on it and actually make it happen.
All right. What about you, Shawn? What are your plans for next season? Going for another truck championship? Are you going to step it up in the 305s? What do you got going on?
Yeah, well, I'll be back in my own 305 again next year, and hopefully we missed a few shows this year, but I don't know, what the season would have held if I would have not missed a few shows. But I think my worst finish in the 305 was a 9th, so on all the races I did compete at. So we had a good season in that. As far as the truck deal, we'll be back in that, and I think it was my 4th overall championship in 3rd straight. So hopefully we can make it 4 straight. I say each year it gets tougher and tougher, but yeah, like these guys said, going back to not being able to have a DNF. I think in the last, I've been in that thing since 2013, and I think this past season was my first DNF I've had out of all them features. So that was a rear end gear that exploded on us. So just was able to still capitalize on a bad night, and just thankful everybody else had a bad night this year and was able to still come out on top. But no, we'll be back, and that's the plan so far, and we'll try again next year.
So are you going to run for the 305 championship?
Yeah,
as well?
I think we'll be able to make all the shows this year, and hopefully give Matt a run up there.
What do you think about that, Matt?
Hey, I'm all for it, man. I raced against Paul Weaver and all the best, so you're only as good as who you race against.
Awesome. Speaking of racing against each other, if all three of you were on equally prepared tricycles, drag race down the front stretch of Fremont, who's going to win that race?
Shawn Valenti beat
DJ.
the 305 race, so it's probably him.
You said DJ, Matt?
Man. Yeah, he's the lightest.
He's the lightest.
Yeah, I'll go with DJ too. He's got them fast little legs. He'll be able to pedal away from
All
him.
right,
All right, DJ. Any sponsors or anybody in your team you wanna give a shout out to here before we wrap things up?
I just can't thank the whole Burmeister family enough for giving me the opportunity to race their car. I mean, they could have picked anybody, so they picked me. But Mikey Summers does a great job. Rodney and Raleigh Burmeister, their whole family. LJ Summers, he is the hardest worker on that team, in my personal opinion. And he's, I think, 18 years old, and he works really, really hard. He's very passionate about racing, and I couldn't be more grateful for him. Sharon Burmeister, Doug Berryman for his shocks. He does a great job on them. I'm sure the other guys could attest to that as well. But Paul Kistler at Kistler Engines, Kistler Race Products, Crown Battery, All Intent Rentals, CR Juices, Burmeister Trophy. I'm sure I'm going to forget somebody. I'm sorry, but I'm just very grateful for this opportunity to race.
Awesome. What about you, Matt?
Yeah, I just got to thank Jamie and Renee. They own the car, husband and wife deal. They got two young boys of their own. Could be doing their own thing, but they decided to put a race car together and go racing with me instead. But, just greatly appreciate them and what they do. Just humbled to have the opportunity to race it. Got to thank the awesome sponsors that pulled through this year and jumped on board, new ones. Brian Mitten with Mitten Painting, Dennis Level at Level Performance, Dave Rohrbacher at Rohr Total Lawn Care, Kier Speed Shop, just so many more that I can keep going. Just, I'm sure I'm forgetting people too, but Dougie Berryman, he did a lot for us, a lot of R&R. I could thank DJ for that too, because I get a lot of info off of that. But just a lot of people that put in hands, and they don't have to, but they do just for the love of it, and it's greatly appreciated.
Awesome. What about you, Shawn?
Obviously Jeff Babcock for stick me in this thing for all these years. He does a tremendous job of preparing a truck and getting it to the racetrack for me. And sponsors, obviously we got Best Performance Motorsports, Craig Miller Trucking, KS Sales and Service. Same thing. I know I'm going to forget some. Gressman Power Sports for everything he does for me. And got Real Geese, and I think that's about it.
I keep my sponsors real short to like
Speedway,
2.
Bar and Grill out of Bradner too.
That way I don't have to remember all of them. One last thing before I let you guys go, Shawn. Are you going to be back at Sandusky Speedway for their spring cavalcade with the trucks and the Oakshade Bombers again?
Yeah, we'll probably give it another shot. Come up a little bit on the short end of the stick there last time, but no, that's always fun to get to try different things. We was fortunate enough to win the first one and ran third there, right there at the end of the year. And yeah, it's definitely a fun time, and yeah, we'll for sure be back.
It'll be interesting seeing the UMP late models running on the asphalt there too. I think we should get them to run some sprint cars too, some dirt sprints on the asphalt.
I
think
know
we can get Chris to do that too.
They had talked about it, Scott. I don't think it's going to happen in the spring, but you just never know.
Would either you two sprint car drivers run a dirt sprint car on Sandusky's asphalt track?
As long as somebody pays the tire bill.
For sure. Yeah, I'd definitely give it a shot. But yeah, I'm sure that'd be a blast.
I'm guessing you guys could get going pretty darn fast.
I'd imagine so.
Hey, Mike Linder did it at Sandusky Speedway and waxed everybody
Yeah.
Did he?
on an old J&J.
I did not know that.
Yep. I was about 14 years old when I was helping him that year.
To talk to Chris Mize about making this happen again.
Yeah.
Was that against? Was he running against other dirt sprint cars, or was it pavement sprint cars?
Honestly, I think they were pavement sprint cars. To be honest with you, like Redmond's was there and a couple guys, pretty good guys, and he waxed and put the hammer down. That's for sure.
Nice. Well, we appreciate you guys giving us the time here tonight. Congratulations again on your championships. Fremont just had their banquet a couple weeks ago, right?
Last weekend.
Yeah, last week.
Was it last
Yep,
weekend?
yep.
That was a couple weeks
Yep.
for some reason. All right, so that's why you got your trophy there.
Yeah.
This one was from the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's okay.
Two separate things.
All right. Well, as long as you're all set then.
Yeah.
So good luck to all of you next year then at Fremont and beyond, Attica and the AFCS and anything else you guys end up doing.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, we'll see you guys.
Have a good
Thanks
one.
for
Thank
being
you.
on,
Thank you very
guys.
much.
Yep. See ya.
Bye.
Again, thanks to DJ Matt Foos and Shawn Valenti, your 2021 Fremont Speedway champions. Yeah. Oh boy, we got some. We were off for a couple weeks, so we got
Matt's
some
not
things.
on the phone
He's
anymore.
not.
Now you don't know how to get rid of it.
I do. I just got to click some buttons. It's all good.
Just had to figure out which one.
I was watching the comments here. Don't forget we have that Big D's Pizza to give away a little bit later on. I wonder if Dean would be willing to do like a gift certificate instead, so maybe the winner could get a gift certificate to.
Well, I don't know. For a pizza?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. A couple of racing notes from the past couple of weeks here. The USAC NOS Energy Drink Midgets wrapped up their season. Ryan Timms won the Hangtown 100 at Placerville Speedway back on Thursday, the 18th, 2 weeks ago tonight. Became the youngest winner in USAC Midget history, 15 years old and 3 months. That doesn't seem that young anymore. It seems like
No, it
normal
doesn't.
anymore. Kyle Larson ended up winning the Hangtown 100 on Friday, and Justin Grant won the main event there on Saturday night. Justin Grant won at Merce Speedway on Tuesday of last week, week of Thanksgiving there. Buddy Kofoid won Wednesday night. Logan Seavey won the Turkey Night Grand Prix at Ventura on Saturday. Was the first driver to win finales on dirt in all three USAC National Touring Series. And Buddy Kofoid was Crown Series champion there. So congratulations to Buddy Kofoid, the 2019 410 track champion at Fremont Speedway. By 1 point over DJ Foos, as a matter of fact.
Did you see in the comments that our associate producer says that Nick Hoffman just won his first ever midget race at the Dome?
I saw that he was running a midget watching qualifying earlier tonight. So
yeah, he won his I guess a heat race. What?
All right, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Dry Team Extreme Dirt Car Series was in action. Ross Bales won the Palmetto State 50 at Lancaster Speedway on Saturday. Chris Madden was the winner at Cherokee Speedway on Sunday. Next up was going to be the third annual Grinch 40 at Volunteer Speedway. That was canceled. In its place will now be I-75 Speedway in Tennessee, which was originally scheduled for Sunday. That'll run now Saturday, December 4th, and Sunday will be used as a rain date if needed. I do have some racing news to get to. Before we do that, have to talk about Big D's Pizza, subs, ribs, chicken, and more in Clyde. Give them a call. Order some pizza now. Watch the Gateway Dirt Nationals later, 419-547-1444, or you can order online at orderbigdspizza.com. Try their soft pretzel sticks with a cup of mild cheese sauce, or you can call them up and order gift certificates and give pizza for Christmas. Like you would give away gift certificates and get tires for Christmas.
Right.
Speaking of which, call Ron Miller Race Cars, 734-856-7223 for tires, race cars, like whole race cars, parts, safety equipment, service, pretty much anything a racer needs.
We've got a bit of a backlog on building cars right now, so we got to get busy.
All right. Get yourself moving there. Some racing news to touch on here, and there's a lot of things that have been happening, and there's some stuff I want to get your opinion on here.
I don't have opinions, Scott.
No, not at all. This one I don't care about your opinion on it because it's not really an opinionated thing. But following in the footsteps of Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott is going to be racing in the Nitro Rallycross finale this weekend at the Florida International Rally and Motorsports Park. Elliott is confirmed to drive the Zip Recruiter-sponsored Go Nitro car in Nitro RX's supercar class, which is the same thing Kyle Busch did a few weeks ago. So, and how good? He finished like fourth, I think.
Third or fourth, yeah.
So it wasn't too bad. See how Chase does. A good thing that, what's his face? Harvick won't be racing in that.
No?
No. Although I'd probably watch it if he was, just to see what would happen. Reigning NASCAR Cup Series champion Kyle Larson and three-time World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series champion Brad Sweet have teamed up to become the new promoters of Silver Dollar Speedway. The Northern California natives and brothers-in-law formally signed a deal with Silver Dollar Fairgrounds, while Larson and Sweet remain focused on their respective full-time racing careers. Sweet will oversee day-to-day operations at the track. A third member of the newly formed Sweet Larson Copeland promotions team is a regional racer, Colby Copeland. He'll serve as a liaison between the promoters, drivers, and the fans. The Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals starts tonight and goes through Saturday at the Dome.
Right after our show.
At America Center in St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah. Rusty Schlenk is scheduled to compete tomorrow night. I was a little worried. I was watching qualifying, like I said earlier. It was like on at 5:30, 5:30, something like that. And I was like, where's Rusty? I thought he was down there. And then I saw the schedule. He's on the Friday night bill. There's different.
He's on the B crowd.
Well, I don't know if the B crowd. They're just split
into
two different nights.
Yeah.
All the action will be streamed on Flow Racing. Following the release of next year's Castrol Flow Racing Night in America schedule, more late model racing has been added on May 11th through the 14th. The Land of Lincoln will host the inaugural Flow Racing Illinois Speed Week, a 4-race swing beginning that Wednesday at Spoon River Speedway in Banner, Illinois. Lincoln Speedway will host the second night on Thursday, May 12th. On Friday, the 13th. That's funny. Friday the 13th, the action continues at Farmer City Raceway. The swing closes Saturday, May 14th at the Fairbury Speedway. The first two events pay $22,022 to win and $1,000 to start. Farmer City Raceway will pay $15,000 to win, and Fairbury Speedway will pay $30,000 to win. Castrol Flow Racing in America Series opens at Eldora Speedway on Tuesday, April 12th. The series also visits Atomic Speedway, Chillicothe on Wednesday, September 28th.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's big money.
A lot of stuff going there. Tim Nichols is at Gateway. Hey, Tim. Just married Tony Stewart and Leah Pruitt from the guy that I thought was going to remain single for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd ever get married. I don't know how that works out, but yeah, congratulations to him. Also, congratulations to Brandon and Michaela Shepard.
Oh, yeah.
B-Shep got married. NASCAR announced on-track qualifying is back for every event in 2022. In the majority of the Cup Series races, the field will be split into two groups and participate in a 2-hour practice and qualifying event. Some events, 6 Cup, 5 Xfinity, and 8 Truck, will also be classified as expanded weekends. An expanded weekend includes one standalone 50-minute practice. Only these expanded weekends will feature a practice that is separate from qualifying. And there was a whole lot more in that. It was just really convoluted and complicated. But
why wouldn't that surprise
you?
The
biggest thing is that they're going to get some laps on the track before some of the races next year, which I know Kyle Busch was kind of crying about.
So they did this to quiet down Kyle Busch?
I don't think to do that, but I'm sure there might have been some other people that wanted to see that. But, and it gives tracks more opportunity to get fans in there, to all the merchandise trailers, and make more money. That's what it's all about. There's once again a glimmer of hope. The racing world let me start over that. There's once again a glimmer of hope racing could return to North Wilkesboro Speedway, which last hosted racing in 2011. North Wilkesboro Speedway is one of 3 North Carolina motorsports venues that will receive funding following the approval of the state's budget by Governor Roy Cooper Thursday, November 18th. The historic facility is set to receive $18 million for infrastructure and other improvements. In addition, Charlotte Motor Speedway is slated to receive $13 million, with Rockingham Speedway tabbed for a $19 million boost. Like North Wilkesboro.
That's a lot of money, Scott.
The funds will be used for infrastructure and other improvements. Yeah, and I think they've already started work at North Wilkesboro and trying to get some kind of racing back there.
Right.
I know that's been going on. Dale Jr. was a big proponent of North Wilkesboro. So, best of luck.
Get rid of a few of the mile and a halves.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing cup racing back there. I mean, obviously, I think the big deal is the money. They can't get enough fans in to that venue.
So are more more grandstands? Is that infrastructure?
That is, but at the same time, they can't fill the seats at the racetracks they do have. So
yeah.
What do you think about flying cars coming to NASCAR?
Flying cars?
Flying cars.
Well, okay.
The NASCAR Fan Council is a group of approved fans that NASCAR pays attention to keep in touch with what their biggest fans are looking for in the future of the sport. Flying cars was one of those ideas. So that's something they're looking at. I don't think it'll happen, but there's already plane racing. So, I mean, why not have have planes race on the ground?
Yeah.
They're going to have cars fly.
Well, and then they're going to have electric cars instead of internal combustion engines. And
that's probably more feasible.
Ooh, not in my mind.
It's a new class. Silent racing. That's it. For the first time in event history, the Rumble in Fort Wayne will be available to watch on Pit Row TV. The event takes place December 17th through the 18th inside the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum there in Fort Wayne. So you can watch that. If you can't make it there, you can watch it on TV or your computer or your phone. Or if you're there, you can wave to everybody that's watching from home.
Speedway Illustrated just had an article by one of the editors about pay-per-view TV and how it could be the salvation for some short tracks and how it could wind up being the demise of short tracks. I don't know where I stand on that yet.
That's what I was going to ask. I think it's, the Cushion, which was, they broadcast some races from the area. I know Millstream was planning to use that had they actually run this season. And I don't know that it takes away from things, but I mean, I could see where,
half a dozen guys, instead of going to the races, Scott, they go over to somebody's house and drink beer and watch the races.
But the other side of that argument is there's your third buddy that's not really familiar with racing comes over and he's watching. He's like, "Oh, this is freaking cool! I've got to get out to that track."
Yeah, give me another beer. Yeah, okay.
So Roth Motorsports has named 2021 World of Outlaws Sprint Rookie of the Year James McFadden as its driver on the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series Tour next year. Justin Adams, who worked with McFadden this year at Casey Kane Racing, will join him at Roth Motorsports. Kyle Larson won a 360 sprint race at Merce Speedway Tuesday night.
What a surprise.
Yeah. So is there anything he hasn't won in besides
I don't think so.
Formula One or IndyCar at this point?
And that'll happen.
That's on the menu. The 34th annual Ohio Logistics Brad Doty Classic at Attica Raceway Park on July 12th will have the largest payday in the event history, paying $15,000 to the winner.
Ooh.
Previously, it's been a $10,000 to win thing, so upping it by 50% there, an additional 50%.
This could be the
is
year,
that inflation or
this could be the year for big payoffs.
I mean, the big series have already announced, higher payouts from championship points. A lot more money in there. Where's it all coming from?
Pay-per-view?
Well, see,
I don't think so. Maybe.
So here's kind of what I wanted to get your opinion on. GMS Racing owner Maury Gallagher has purchased a majority stake in Richard Petty Motorsports.
First time in like 100 years that Petty's won't have a presence in NASCAR racing.
The two organizations jointly announced the agreement in a statement released on Wednesday. GMS Racing has been seeking to acquire a charter for its NASCAR Cup Series program, but has been unable to do so until now. The deal with Richard Petty Motorsports includes two charters, one for the number 43, driven by Eric Jones, as well as a second charter that had been previously been leased to Rick Ware Racing. Do you think that? I mean, does that mean Petty's still involved, but he's not the majority owner anymore?
I wonder if they will maintain the number 43 or start with another number too.
They got to keep it's iconic.
Yeah, I know, but Richard.
It's
really
sad though that
Richard really won't be involved. It is sad. It really is.
Speaking of the Gateway Dirt Nationals, Nice Motorsports officials have announced that the Saturday night super late model winner during the Gateway Dirt Nationals will earn not just $30,000, but the opportunity to race in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series event at Knoxville.
Yeah.
The winner of Saturday's super late model feature will be rewarded with the opportunity to race a Nice Motorsports truck in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series race at Knoxville Raceway on June 18th.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I mean, and they're the same ones that I think Natalie Decker started out with. Yeah. So, yeah. But it says an opportunity. It's not like a guarantee. Does that mean that they can back out of it?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they'll get a chance to qualify, and if they don't make it, I don't know.
All right. One other thing here that I forgot to put down on my notes here, a late story from this afternoon involving Flow Racing, which you can watch the action from the
Nationals,
Dome. Yeah.
Right.
They have grassroots, a variety of the most popular grassroots motorsports events in North America will have a new home on Flow Racing in 2022. During a press conference earlier this afternoon in Nashville, NASCAR announced a landmark streaming partnership that will make Flow Racing the home of NASCAR Roots properties. As part of the partnership, every ARCA Menard Series, NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour.
Well,
yeah. Work things are popping up here for me. I'm not sure what's going on. NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour and NASCAR Pinty's. It's Pinty Series. That's a Canada deal. Race will be streamed live on Flow Racing. Select NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Racing Series events will also be featured. Flow Racing's coverage of the NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Racing Series will include tentpole events from historic tracks such as Bowman Gray Stadium and New Smyrna Speedway, also Berlin Raceway as well.
I wonder if that means that we won't be seeing ARCA races on MAV TV.
That's what I was. I wonder if this is. It doesn't say if that's an exclusive deal or not. So I don't know if that's an additional, but I'm assuming it. Yeah. Since Flow Racing is pay per view, that they're probably going to want exclusivity on that. So and you heard what NBC Sports Network's going away, and a lot of other things are going. Some of the races are going to Peacock, and that's a
streaming service.
Pay service. Yeah. So, do you think this is a good thing? I don't know.
I think NASCAR losing its presence.
This is grassroots stuff, so this is not the mainstream NASCAR.
Yeah, but I think NASCAR is losing some of their shows to Peacock.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And that's probably going to hurt NASCAR.
I believe, a lot of people don't stream.
I think more and more people are.
No, I understand, but
do you have any streaming stuff?
Oh yeah,
you watch streaming stuff, yeah. See, and you're out of that demographic. My mom still has a flip phone. She will not get a smartphone at all. I know it was a while before you got a smartphone, but I'm very proud of you, by the way.
As well, you should be.
Let's play How Many. Last week's How Many was how many late models were going to be at Lancaster for that Saturday opener for the Dryden Extreme Dirt Car Series. There were 24 late models for that. You picked 29, so you were the show winner.
Yay!
And J.D. Smith, for the second consecutive week, he picked right on there, 24.
Ooh.
Dead on. So he gets himself a Big D's pizza. Another one, I should say. And I think JD is in Indiana, if I'm not confusing him with one of the other winners. So, but that pizza's worth traveling from Indiana to Clyde for. This week's how many? Since we're running low on, but Peacock is $5 a month, and you can watch other things. Yeah, like Saved by the Bell.
Ooh.
I do watch, what is that show? There's, it's based in Toledo, based on the Toledo school. I can't remember the name of it. It was on NBC for one season, then they moved it to there, but they had the walleye on it, so it was pretty cool. I was like, yeah, that's cool. This week's how many is, and I will have to verify this, how many awards will remain unclaimed at the Oakshade Award Banquet?
Ooh.
Because there's a lot of awards. They have a wall of the perfect attendance plaques and other things, and there's checks and jackets, and then there's trophies and tables of trophies. And some people have other people pick the stuff up. But then at the end of the night, there's always a few things that are still on the wall or on the table. How many things will be left?
Well, and I think if you have an award, Scott,
you have to be there too.
You've got to be there.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that includes plaques or if it's just monetary awards. I don't know. And I've got to pick first, huh?
Yeah, you do. It is a hard number, Gretchen. We're looking for a hard number.
Okay, so if we're counting all the special plaques and awards.
This will be when I'm done giving out awards, whatever's still left on the tables and on the wall.
Or on the wall. Okay.
Yeah. Whatever's still there. As soon as we're done and Dan starts playing the music and people kind of pretend to start dancing or just talking, then
that's dancing?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on when that
happens.
Okay. Pam says 4.
No. I think you're I think you're on the low side, Pam. But then again, Pam would know how
many tickets have been purchased. I don't know.
Oh, she might have an inside track there. Yeah.
You're just stalling now.
Yeah, I should go with 4, but I'm going to go with 9.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I'm going to go with
4, I know.
No,
you're going to go with you're going to lowball because you're going to go with 8.
I'm going with 10. I'm not
pessimistic.
I'm going the other way. I think Pam's trying to put up a smoke screen there. So I'm going with 10.
Okay.
If you would like a chance to win a Big D's pizza, go ahead and put your guess in our Facebook Live comments. You can do so, we'll say up until 6 o'clock on Saturday night.
Yeah.
December 4th, Eastern Time, 6 o'clock Eastern Time. I forgot I have to point that out now.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to us on iTunes or Google Podcasts,
and all of our listeners in Australia, that's Eastern Time in the U.S. You don't have to get it in by 6 o'clock your time because you're
they're ahead of us.
You're 12 hours ahead of us.
Yeah. So
10 to 12, depending on where we're at in Australia.
Whoever's correct in our Facebook or YouTube comments. The videos will be there. You can go find it if you're not checking us out live right now. Put your guess in up until 6 o'clock Eastern Time, U.S., on Saturday night, December 4th. And you'll have a shot to win a Big D's pizza. Although, if you're in Australia, that is a long way to come to get a pizza.
But we've got some of those folks that will probably be back here this year.
In the summer, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm being optimistic, thinking that things are going to lighten up this summer, and our Australian friends will be back.
Okay, I hope so. I'm still trying to think how many. It's been 2 years since we've had an awards banquet, so I don't even remember how many were left from previous years.
Yeah.
So we'll find out. That's Oakshade Awards Banquet. It's happening this Saturday night. And that's about it. This weekend's Big D's Pizza racing menu. We got nothing around here other than racing down at the Dome. Nothing in this area. Rusty Schlenk racing tomorrow evening. I saw Rachel Carpenter, I believe. She was running tonight.
Really?
She's, yeah. She was close to the top 10 with her qualifying. But,
really?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations there.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's drivers from all over the place down there at the Dome, so it might be something cool to watch. And with that being said, we're going to throw the white flag on this show. Thanks to our associate producer, Dave Kemmer, field correspondents, Matt Swander, John Young, and Doug Dock. Next week on the show, we're going to have Toledo Speedway champions. We'll have Ron Allen and Jeff Metapedigan.
Gotcha.
I've been practicing.
Gotcha.
Jeff Metapedigan will be on the show. He's going to be at PRI, I believe.
Really?
So he'll be calling in from PRI.
Oh, cool.
So we'll get a report from him down there. And I saw a post that Jerry says 12. All right, I'll put Jerry down for 12 for the how many. I saw a post that Gary Lindahl made about the champions there at Toledo.
Yeah.
They're all, he didn't say this, but they're older, we'll say. Well-seasoned.
Geriatric?
I think they're all 60 plus.
Ooh.
Yeah. The old guys getting it done
Yeah.
at Toledo Speedway this year.
Yeah.
Late model sportsman for Ron Allen, factory stock for Jeff. Yeah. So we'll talk to them next week. 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to do the Lima Land champions, which I haven't set up yet. So I'll be reaching out to those guys here within the next week or so. And then, is that the 23rd, the 3 weeks from tonight? We have decided we're going to.
I think it is, yeah.
We're going to interrupt your Christmas and do a show with the Sandusky Speedway champions and do a little preview for the Hangover race. And then we will be off the Thursday between Christmas and New Year's, but we will do a best of show. We're going to put some stuff in there from Kenny Wallace, Jerry Punch.
We've got some great shows that.
Only a few. We just have a few.
Little snippets.
Just a few. This is show number 207, but maybe 8 of them were really good. So we'll get some snippets in there, some of the good stuff. I was just listening the other day of our conversation that time we had Ryan Weekman in the studio with Rusty Schlenk. And,
that was a good show.
And
really
talking about
was.
the vortex, and he's like, "You guys are making that up." Like, no, is there?
No, that's a real deal. It works.
Yeah, so we'll have that. Maybe we'll throw some Natalie Decker in, some Haley Deegan. I don't know. We got a lot to choose from. So
we do.
If you have anything,
Jerry Punch.
I haven't put that together yet. And Kenny Wallace, I mentioned that already. I haven't put the show together. If there's a certain show that you can think of or guest that we've had on you want to see in that best of, shoot me an email or a message on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and we'll see what we can do. I'll probably put that together after Christmas, as I'm getting ready for the Hangover race. So. Also, don't forget to, as soon as we get out of here, and do this daily up until December 15th. Help us out. We're trying to win the Toledo City Paper Best of Toledo for Best Podcast.
There's a couple of podcasts in there, Scott, that...
No, did you listen to the Girls podcast?
No, I didn't.
I thought you were going to. I tried to. Apparently I'm not in that target demo for that.
Yeah, well.
We were scoping out the competition with some of the other nominees, and I don't think Girls podcast was. We're like the exact opposite, probably. Not that we're the guys podcast or anything. No Hammer Down Hotline playback. I think we're gonna retire the Hammer Down Hotline. It's been a while since we've had any action on there, but. Just in case, if you'd like to leave a message, text, or you can call and leave a voice message on there, 419-318-3081. That's 419-318-3081. Call anytime, day or night, and we'll play it back.
You can call in and wish everybody Merry Christmas.
You can do that, yes. Yeah. We'll allow that, or it has to be racing related.
Yeah, we'll allow Merry Christmas for sure.
I like that. That's good. So that's it.
Maybe that could be the how many for a couple of weeks ago from now.
How many calls are we going to get on the Hammer Down Hotline?
How many Merry Christmases?
0
will we get on the Hammer Down Hotline?
Yeah, there you go. We'll call it the Hammer Down Holiday Hotline.
Yeah.
That's not a tongue twister. That's going to suck. Thanks again to all our sponsors, Oakshade Raceway, Big D's Pizza, Ron Miller Race Cars, Freeze Frame Photos, Dipman Motorsports. Make sure to support them. Without them, we wouldn't have the show.
Remember, folks, safety equipment for your racers and your family and friends list. Whether you buy it from Ron Miller Race Cars or any of the reputable local businesses, safety equipment is a great Christmas present.
Which ones are non-reputable?
I'm not going there.
figured I'd try.
That would be poison.
Next week, once again, we're back with the Toledo Speedway champions. Have a great week. Enjoy the racing action from the Dome this weekend if you're down there or if you're watching on Flow Racing. I'm going to have to find a friend that's got Flow Racing so I can go watch some action.
Yeah.
Do you have Flow?
Yes.
All right. I know where I'll be this weekend.
Okay.
See you next week.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.